Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the world of cars with some expert advice from a seasoned mechanic. We're not talking about the shiny new ones with that new car smell. No, today we're getting down and dirty with the cars that make mechanics cringe, the ones they'd never be caught dead driving, let alone owning. So, buckle up because we're about to take a wild ride through the automotive underworld, exposing the cars that mechanics wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. You might want to take notes. This is insider information you won't want to miss. First up, we have a car that tried to capture the hearts of America with its retro charm. A vehicle that promised a blast from the past, but delivered a swift kick in the wallet, the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Our mechanic has seen his fair share of PT Cruisers limping into his shop, and let me tell you, it's never pretty. This car is notorious for its electrical gremlins. Imagine this. You're cruising down the road, wind in your hair, feeling good, and suddenly, BAM! Your dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree, your radio starts speaking in tongues, and your power windows decide to take a permanent vacation. The PT Cruiser is also known for its transmission issues. Chrysler decided to pair a somewhat underpowered engine with a 4-speed automatic transmission, a match made in automotive hell. The result? Sluggish acceleration, rough shifting, and a transmission that's more likely to throw in the towel than a prize fighter in the 12th round. So unless you're a glutton for punishment and enjoy spending your hard-earned cash on constant repairs, I'd suggest steering clear of the Chrysler PT Cruiser. Next up, we have a car that's as cute as a button but about as reliable as a used toothpick, the Fiat 500. Now I get it. They're stylish, they're compact, and they make you feel like you're zipping around the streets of Rome, even if you're stuck in rush hour traffic in Cleveland. But don't let those adorable looks fool you. The Fiat 500 is a wolf in sheep's clothing, a mechanical nightmare disguised as a charming city car. Our mechanic has lost count of how many times he's had to rescue Fiat 500 owners stranded on the side of the road, their dreams of Italian automotive excellence dashed against the rocks of reality. The Fiat 500 is notorious for its electrical issues, and I'm not talking about a flickering headlight here and there. I'm talking about complete system meltdowns where the car's computer decides to go on strike, leaving you with a very expensive paperweight. The Fiat 500's engine is about as robust as a teacup, prone to overheating, oil leaks, and a general lack of enthusiasm for its job. And if you thought that was bad, let's talk about the transmission. Whether you opt for the manual or the automatic, you're in for a world of hurt. Now we come to a vehicle that's about as subtle as a sledgehammer and about as reliable as a house of cards in a hurricane, the Dodge Nitro. This SUV tries to embody ruggedness with its aggressive styling and chunky tires, but underneath that macho exterior lies a vehicle that's more likely to leave you stranded on the side of the road than conquer any off-road trails. Our mechanic shudders whenever he sees a Dodge Nitro pull into his shop because he knows it's going to be a long, expensive fix. The Nitro is infamous for its transmission problems, specifically its 4-speed automatic. This transmission is about as smooth as a gravel driveway and about as durable as a wet napkin. Owners have reported everything from rough shifting to complete transmission failure, often leaving them with a hefty repair bill that would make your eyes water. The Nitro is also known for its abysmal fuel economy. This gas guzzler will drain your wallet faster than you can say fill her up, making it about as practical as a screen door on a submarine. Chapter 4. Mini Cooper Maximum Fun Maximum Repair Bills. Ah, the Mini Cooper. A car that promises go-kart handling and British charm but delivers a swift kick to the wallet with its astronomical repair costs. Now don't get me wrong, the Mini Cooper can be a blast to drive, zipping around corners and turning heads with its iconic design, but that fun comes at a price. A price that's often measured in frequent trips to the mechanic and a bank account that's seen better days. Our mechanic has a love-hate relationship with the Mini Cooper. He loves working on them because they're unique and challenging, but he hates seeing the look on owners' faces when they realize just how much those repairs are going to cost. The Mini Cooper is notorious for its electrical gremlins, and I'm not talking about a loose wire here and there. I'm talking about complex electrical systems that require specialized tools and knowledge to diagnose and repair, often leading to eye-watering bills that would make even the wealthiest car enthusiast wince. Chapter 5. Jeep Renegade. More renegade than Jeep. Next up, we have a vehicle that tries to capitalize on the rugged reputation of its Jeep siblings, but falls short in terms of reliability and build quality, the Jeep Renegade. This compact SUV may look the part with its boxy design and off-road inspired styling cues, but don't let those rugged looks fool you. The Renegade is more likely to leave you stranded on the side of the road than conquer any challenging trails. Our mechanic has seen his fair share of Renegades limping into his shop, and let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. This SUV is plagued with electrical issues, from faulty sensors to malfunctioning infotainment systems. Imagine this. You're cruising down the highway, enjoying the open road, and suddenly, bam! Your dashboard lights up like a Christmas tree. Your radio starts playing the Macarena on repeat, and your navigation system decides to take you on a scenic detour through the nearest cornfield. The Renegade is also known for its subpar build quality. From flimsy interior materials to rattles and squeaks that would make a haunted house proud, the Renegade's build quality leaves a lot to be desired. Chapter 6. Chevrolet Aveo. Avoid this Aveo full choice. Now we come to a car that's about as exciting as a beige wall, and about as reliable as a paper airplane in a hurricane. The Chevrolet Aveo. This subcompact car was designed for one purpose and one purpose only, to get you from point A to point B as cheaply as possible. However, even in that simple mission, the Aveo often stumbles and falters, leaving owners stranded and frustrated. Our mechanic has lost count of how many times he's had to rescue Aveo owners from the side of the road, their dreams of affordable transportation dashed against the rocks of poor reliability. The Aveo is known for its lackluster performance. Its engine is about as powerful as a sleepy hamster, struggling to accelerate, merge, or even climb a slight incline without sounding like it's about to cough up a lung. The Aveo is also plagued with mechanical problems. From transmission failures to suspension issues, this car seems determined to nickel and dime its owners into oblivion. Ah, the Volkswagen Beetle. A car that's as iconic as a pair of blue jeans and about as reliable as a chocolate teapot on a summer's day. Now I get it. The Beetle has a certain charm, a nostalgic appeal that harkens back to simpler times. But underneath that cute and cuddly exterior lies a vehicle that's more likely to give you a headache than a sense of carefree driving enjoyment. Our mechanic has a love-hate relationship with the Volkswagen Beetle. He loves their unique design and quirky character, but he hates seeing owners shell out thousands of dollars for repairs that could have been avoided if they'd just chosen a more reliable vehicle. The Beetle is notorious for its electrical gremlins, and I'm not talking about a flickering interior light here and there. The Beetle is also known for its transmission problems, particularly the DSG, direct shift gearbox transmission. This transmission, while technologically advanced, is also prone to problems, from rough shifting to complete failure, often requiring expensive repairs that can put a serious dent in your bank account. Now we come to a car that's about as practical as a screen door on a submarine and about as reliable as a politician's promise, the Smart Fortwo. This tiny two-seater may seem like a good idea on paper, especially if you live in a crowded city with limited parking. However, in reality, the Smart Fortwo is more likely to leave you feeling frustrated and shortchanged than it is to save you time or money. Our mechanic has seen his fair share of Smart Fortwos come and go, and let me tell you, they're not exactly known for their longevity. In fact, they're more likely to end up as parts cars or scrap metal than they are to reach a ripe old age. The Smart Fortwo is plagued with mechanical issues, from transmission problems to electrical gremlins that would make a Tesla blush. The Smart Fortwo's small size, while advantageous in tight parking spaces, also makes it incredibly impractical for everyday use. Imagine trying to cram a week's worth of groceries, a couple of suitcases, or even just a group of friends into this tiny car. And finally, we come to the last car on our list, a vehicle that's as polarizing as pineapple on pizza and about as reliable as a weather forecast in a hurricane, the Nissan Juke. This compact crossover tried to stand out from the crowd with its quirky styling, but unfortunately its reliability issues and questionable design choices have made it a car that most mechanics would avoid like the plague. Our mechanic has seen his fair share of Jukes come into his shop, and let me tell you, it's not a pretty sight. This car is known for its CVT, continuously variable transmission, a type of transmission that's notorious for its rubber band-like acceleration and tendency to fail prematurely. Imagine this. You're trying to merge onto the highway, you hit the gas and nothing. The engine revs, but the car accelerates at a snail's pace, leaving you feeling like you're driving a golf cart with a bad attitude. The Juke is also known for its uncomfortable ride. Its stiff suspension and cramped interior make it a chore to drive. especially over long distances. There you have it, folks. 9 cars that a mechanic would never buy, and the reasons why. If you're in the market for a new car, make sure to steer clear of these models. Remember, a little research can go a long way in saving you from years of headaches, breakdowns, and costly repairs. Instead, opt for vehicles with a proven track record of reliability and safety. Your wallet and your sanity will thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more automotive tips and reviews.